Hi everyone and welcome to the first episode of UNYP podcast. And of course I was thinking, who should I invite first? Because it's a very privileged position. And I thought that there's no other choice than Pepa Juha. Hi Pepa.
Hi Peter, thank you for having me, and to be honest, I didn't know it's the first one, so
yeah, it's the first one.
As you said, it's going to be a big privilege, so thank you for having me.
I hope it is, you know.
It is, trust me, yeah.
How was your day today?
It's early in the morning, I would say, so it's a pretty good day. It's raining outside, but otherwise I had a good breakfast, good sleep, so all good.
I think I need to introduce Pepa a little. Some of you might know him, some of you might not. Pepa, of course, is a UNYP student, but he's probably most notably known as a floorball player for Sparta Prague. How is it correctly said? ACEMA Sparta Prague?
Well, the thing is that ACEMA is the main sponsor, so that's why they put it in the at the beginning of the name of the club. But otherwise, it's Sparta Prague. But ACEMA is the sponsor, so correctly it's ACEMA Sparta Praha. Yeah.
Of course, there's way more to Pepa, and I would also like to touch upon that in this podcast. But I need to start with the reason you're here, which is UNYP. How did you end up at UNYP?
Well, it's kind of interesting story because at the beginning I transferred to Sparta, and it's important to mention that Sparta is sponsored by UNYP. And the first year of my contract in Sparta, I studied at a different school in Prague, a different university. And the marketing team and somehow we got to talk that I should try to get in touch with UNYP somehow. And I was like, well, it's a private school. I don't need to go to English school. I know my English pretty well, I would say. And then it was like, after a while, I got to see the environment, the people, and it got me really excited. It got me excited about the school. So eventually, I transferred all my credits like after 1 year, and I went to UNYP. So this is how it kind of started. And to be honest, I really regret not going the very first moment we discussed it because I missed a lot of good time with people which I'm hanging out now a lot. So that's probably it. Yeah, it's because of the marketing, and so it just kind of went on, and now I'm here.
What do you study here?
I'm studying business administration with focus on sports management. Which is, I would say, a great combination with my sport because all the teachers and all the people who are like based in the sports marketing, they kind of know why I'm there with the connection to floorball. So it all makes sense, like the subjects and the stuff we cover during the classes, it just all makes sense with the sport.
Of course, it's an international university, and you're playing a sport which might not be as internationally known. And you often probably they ask you, what do you do? And you say, I play floorball. And they're like, what? What is it?
Why is that?
What do you usually say to them? To the people which I have no idea what the floorball is.
Okay, I'm gonna explain you what the first question, and I'm gonna tell you a story which goes with this question. So, the first one, when people ask me what floorball is, so unfortunately I need to say it, but it's hockey without skates. And it's not on ice, so it's like they make fun of us that it's for people floorball is for people who cannot skate. So that's true. I cannot skate, but that's life. And the second story is I made to be happen to participate in the WFC World Championship in floorball in Canada in Halifax. And imagine for me as a floorball player, attending WFC is a huge thing, like top of the career so far. And you went there, we were with my team, we were going through the city just sightseeing, and we had our clothes on, and people were like, what do you play? Are you soccer? We're like, no, we are floorball in Canada. And what's that? So imagine that you are the paradox that imagine that you are attending the biggest event of your life in floorball, and other people ask you what the sport is. So it's pretty, sometimes at UNYP, sometimes the same that when people come from US, they don't probably know. But I mean that's eventually my role. That's my goal, to show people and kind of introduce them to floorball. So yeah.
Do you think the sport is maybe growing, and in the future it might be more and more popular, that actually people in Canada might know about it?
Definitely it's growing. I mean the base of children in Czech Republic in general is growing a lot, and I would say it's second, third sport in the terms of the fan base. So it's a huge sport, I would say, but it's just not that well known. What's very important for sport as in general is that people start to play it in US, because that's how is it with the sport. So if you want it to be known, it has to be in US, and they are starting to do it. Like they're this summer, I'm going to be part of it as well, which is pretty cool, and I'm very happy for it. But they're starting their own league. It's going to be like North American Floorball League, pretty simple, NAFL. So they are already starting on working on it. So I think that's a very good step. Yeah.
Are you gonna be the main star of the league?
I don't think I'm going to be the main star of the league. I think I'm going to be part of one of the team, and I'll do my best to represent Czech Republic and represent the floorball. But I'll be part, but I don't think I'll be the star.
And how did that come about that you actually decided to go to the US to play floorball?
Well, to be honest, like the way how it all went, they just like how they contacted me, how they like asked me to be part of their team, it all felt very professional. And eventually me getting a chance to travel to US, play floorball, travel, I mean, there was no chance for me to say no. So it was a pretty good opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
That's nice. You know, I hope it will be a good experience.
I
you'll
really
enjoy.
So. Yeah.
I think you will love it for sure. You might also teach some people some floorball skills there. You know.
That's probably the goal. Like the league is made out of 5 weeks, so it's not it's not the usual league as in Czech Republic, which is like played all year long. But it's for 5 weeks, and it's only played on weekdays, so on weekend days. So the rest, I'll be probably coaching some US kids to show them what was the floorball like in Czech Republic. And they even told me that I'll probably coach even some adults, which is going to be even more funnier because I've never coached in my life. I'm just like player. I like to focus on the game, not as a coach, but as a player. And I'm pretty interested because it's going to be, as I said, it's going to be new adventure, new people, new culture. So I'm very interested in it.
The big question with floorball and many sports which are not as internationally known and like not as popular maybe as football and hockey, can you make a living out of floorball? Maybe compared like the Czech Republic and maybe the top league, maybe is it Swedish league is the top one?
Yeah, Swedish league is the top one. Well, as you said, living, yeah. Well, but what does it mean? Living means that if you make your wager, or you make your payment from the floorball, you are capable of paying your apartment. You are capable of living your groceries. You are capable of paying a dinner or two during your week out, so having fun. But it's not like you're gonna earn extra money for your house, your apartment, your car. So 99% of players, no, it's not that, I would lie, 90% of players who play and are being paid, they have extra job, like the normal regular one. Because usually when you play floorball, your peak level or your peak age is going to be probably 30-ish. And I think that's maximum. So, because if you look at it from like the health point of view, if you play on a hard ground, the knees and the legs are being very exposed. So eventually your body is not going to hold as long as you wished. So I would say yeah, but until a certain age, and then you need to do something else. So I am trying to do my studies. I'm trying to work and just do other stuff and have floorball as some kind of hobby, some kind of fun, which entertains me. And so far it's going well. So yeah.
I didn't want to make this podcast or just a talk mostly about floorball.
I understand.
But I still would like to stick to it a bit, but maybe in a more practical way for people that do not play the sport and do not know it. Because as any other sport, it's connected with victories and losses, ups and downs. Now, people can, I think, deal with victories, but how do you deal with like failures in the sport, losses? I could mention maybe the unfortunate moment in, I think it was a few weeks ago, which you lost the cup final. How do you deal with these situations?
I mean, I think it's eventually a lot of people can take it as a failure, but yeah, I can take it for failure as for example, a day or two. I just like think about it, try to make it better, just try to take even the positive things, because there's a lot of positive things which happen in a game. For me personally, for our team, there's a lot of good moments. So eventually I take it as an opportunity to learn eventually. So I think that's something which keeps me very positive about life, that even though there's something wrong, there's always something good in it. So I have this with the loss. Yeah, same thing. I'm just trying to do the best about it.
Because I always see I follow your team on social media, and you see you lost an important match, but at the end of the day, you go there, just say hi to friends, and you seem all very, positive, and it seems that, it's something that just makes you happy playing the sport, and
exactly,
it's connected to it.
It's all connected, like as you said, as long as it's not how to say it, like it's not the essentialist part, the most essential part of the life. That's like, it doesn't mean if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna die. If I'm gonna win, I'm gonna keep living. No, it's like it's something which should keep me happy, which should keep me fulfilled with energy, with happiness, with friends. So yeah, I mean, why to be devastated by something which I don't know. I don't want to make it sound bad. I'm thinking
no, it's fine.
How to say it? But like, imagine people coming to a game, fans who just want to support you. Why should I be sad around them and put like negative energy on them? I mean, of course they know that I'm not in my happiest moment at this very moment, but I'm capable of just showing the gratitude that they came, they supported me. So that's very important for me, because I think it's a huge complex of things, and the loss and win is just like one part of it. It's nothing which is about. I think it's eventually about all the people and the spirit you put into the floorball. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I think that's always a good attitude as a sportsman. But maybe outside of floorball, would there be a sport that you would play maybe instead of it, if you played different cards, or something a different sport that you like too?
Well,
probably not hockey, I guess, if you don't ice skate. But
that's true. I mean, it's pretty hard to say, because I would never know. It's like we can just we just like suppose somehow. But what I was thinking, that if I put the hard work I put in floorball, I would put somewhere else. I was thinking that I would really enjoy baseball.
Nice.
Because even if you connect it with education, because if you look at Czech teams, for example, kids who are like prospects and who are doing very well, they can be drafted at like 15, 16 to US, connected with education. And I think that's a living dream. And eventually, even like as the sport is mainly played in US and so on, the English, which connects people, is something that can be very helpful eventually. So yeah, I was thinking baseball and maybe more golf. Like I'm playing golf like as a side thing, which is like fun for me. But when I was younger, I used to do it like full time. But as I was very young and fooling around kid, I couldn't focus that much. And golf is mainly about focusing. So I had to run around, scream, shoot goals, and so on. So that's why I kind of subsidized the golf with floorball eventually.
It's a sport that you can play for a longer time.
Exactly.
In retirement as well. So I think it's a very nice sport to go to. Not cheap, but
that's true. That's true, and I wouldn't go there, but that's true. Yeah.
Maybe when it comes to you being, I think, very active in terms of sport, how do you keep yourself fit outside maybe of the floorball, like trainings, etc.? Because you need to work out outside of your trainings as well, but maybe even take care of your mental health. And what's your sort of like a routine that you make so you're always fit physically but also
that's
mentally?
A very good question. I would say it's a good sleep eventually. I mean, I consider sleep as a recharger process, and if I don't sleep well, I'm grumpy and sad, and exactly my mental state just goes down. So I feel like the sleep is not only the cure for the soreness of like muscles, but even the head, like even the mental state. So I take care of a good sleep eventually.
How long is your sleep usually?
8-9 hours. I don't.
Nice, that's a good one. Yeah, I also have like 8 hours. It's not great because I wake up at like 10 a.m. or something.
All right.
Yeah, because I go to sleep at like 1 or 2 a.m. and I wake up at 10.
It's a good life if you can wake up at 10.
Yeah. Well, it's good at UNYP, because I have classes from 12. Nice. So like if I wake up at 10, it doesn't really matter, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I used to have the same, but then what my problem is, like I know it's not a good thing, but I cannot do nothing. Like I just need to, like I there's always something, and if there's a day I did nothing, I feel terrible that I wasn't productive or something. So maybe even that's with my social media, like for me to feel fulfilled and to feel like I was a little bit productive, I want to create some kind of content, and that makes me the sense of productivity eventually. So I think that's why I'm like, why people ask me like, why you're so active on social media even though you are just floorball player-ish. So maybe this is one of the reasons. reasons that it gives me a fulfillment of being productive eventually. But yeah, good for you that you can wake up at 10.
Well, I don't think it's possible to maintain that for a long time once you get a job.
You never
It's not
know.
really.
You
You
never
never know.
know.
You might have a job. Which
Imagine having job just like at 12 to 3.
yeah,
Why not?
I wouldn't mind maybe. But if you stay productive after like at 1, 2 a.m., if you still stay productive, I usually study at that time, then I guess you substitute the time anyway. Like I don't sleep like 10 hours. I still sleep the 8. It's just how you use the time. Yeah.
You're just owl. You work at night.
You mentioned social media. I saw one of the first times I realized like your presence, who you are. I saw that you did that was called, was it like 75 hard day challenge?
Yeah.
What is it actually?
Well, I was introduced to a platform called TikTok, which is a new thing for me.
We can talk. I think we can talk about it too a bit after.
All right. And I was like, I refuse to do dances, and I refuse because I knew it's a new way of people communicating. And before it was Facebook, and everyone had Facebook, and someone had Instagram. But now it shifted. Everyone has Instagram, and someone has TikTok. So it's like the people are shifting from those from those platforms. And it's like, in order for me to be exposed on social media, I need to start working even on TikTok. I was like, what is the thing I want to share? I was like, what is the thing I want to do, the content? And I refuse doing dances because if you look at someone's For You page, you see just like shirtless guys, and that's just not me. And I'm happy for it. I went this way. So eventually I had to find something what I'm going to share. And then out of nowhere, I found this guy. I don't know his name. I just really don't remember. I think he was German. And he did this 75 hard day challenge. And it means that you need to work out 2 times a day. It means that you have to drink a gallon of water. You need to read at least 10 pages of a book. You need to follow a diet, and you need to record your progress. Mm-hmm. And what was very good, I was like, okay, this is like complex solution, because the playoffs were almost starting in a month. And to me, it felt like if I'm gonna keep this routine, my performance is gonna go up, like no matter what. So it was that, and for me, it was like a way how to start posting on TikTok and feeling good about it, because I don't want to do. Most important thing for me when I post on social media is that I want to be proud of it. I don't want to feel ashamed when I'm gonna go in a locker room in a team and they're gonna open it in front of me and they're gonna laugh. And at that point, I don't feel good about it, but I want to feel proud about the work I'm gonna put into it. And 75 hard days challenge was one of the best things on TikTok which I found so far, because it made me feel very good. I followed it, I kept to the routine, even though it was very hard. The filming part was the most difficult, because it makes you create a habit in 21 days. So after 22 days, I was already used to eating, drinking, sleeping, reading a book, keeping progress very well. But what I had to keep going was the recording, so I could share it. But it changed, like it definitely changed the way how I felt, how I looked like. It was awesome eventually. Yeah.
What is the hardest part of the challenge?
It was probably the 2 day, like two workouts a day, because I had to like, even though I was supposed to have some rest days after like hard game, I still had to go for a little jog and then eventually have some like easy workout. But there was tough. But eventually I got used to it, and the body felt less sore and less sore, and eventually it was a good experience after that.
I can understand. I had 2 trainings yesterday, or 2 workouts, and it was one of the first times in a long time that I did 2 works out a day. It was not good. Today I'm feeling like, oof, I'm already got that.
Exactly, like if you
finished.
But if you feel this like one day, and next time you're gonna do it again, you're gonna get more used to it and more used to it. So maybe that's the way. How was the training? How was the practice?
The first one I had in the gym. This is the first time I set up like with a trainer, because I go to the gym which is provided by UNYP, the Head Fitness Flora. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Nope.
It's a good gym, okay. And I was always going there, but I'm like in the gym because I usually don't work out in the gym, so I was like completely clueless, right? So eventually I found a trainer who was there, and I went for a first training, and I tried so many things I never tried before. So I'm feeling muscles that I didn't know I have, you know. And then I went to floorball after your training as well. Yeah. Actually, it was not bad. You know, we have like we had like 12 players now.
I was surprised that there was like a lot of people, because at the beginning you told me that
and like 4 or 5 are missing still.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Peter plays in UNYP Blazers.
Yeah,
Good to know.
You can join in too, of course, if you're a UNYP student. It's a good experience. We have a good community there, you know.
And like the condition where you can play, like the UNYP arena. That's to be honest, and I'm pretty sure of it. As a floorball player, I can say it's the best arena in Czech Republic for floorball.
Yeah. Like the World Cup was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, like the big group. Yeah, it's like the second part. Yeah, that was true.
And the final was in O2 Arena, I think.
True. Yeah.
That must have been big. Would you dream to play there in O2 Arena?
Oh, it's a dream of everyone. Like, I mean, the pressure, it has to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like when the people, just like 18,000 looking at you, at what you do, and are interested in it actually, because otherwise they wouldn't come. That has to be awesome.
Isn't the league finally on O2 Arena too?
It is, yeah. It is. So
we are working.
You
have a chance to get there.
We are working for it every single year, so hopefully it will happen. Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of floorball.
Okay.
You mentioned social media. You mentioned TikTok. You still continue doing TikToks, right? I know you probably know what I'm getting. You have 2 TikTok accounts now.
All right.
You have your own, Pepa Juha, I think it's called.
Yeah, Pepa.Juha.
And then you have one with your girlfriend.
True.
Pepe Aja. I don't know how to.
I don't even know how to say it, but it's like Pepe and Aja.
How do you enjoy making TikToks? Like, because you switched from like your diary towards more like the classic TikToks, not dancing, but like the funny sketches or shorts.
Short stories. Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's a most like it was okay. I just jumped ahead with my thoughts. No, the first one, like my own account, is mostly focused on sport, floorball, food. It's like things which define me the most. And then the second one with Aja, with my girlfriend, it's like at first we were like, let's just do it like for fun, because it's a content which we create together, and what I said before, it's like I wanted to feel that it makes sense for us. Like it's not just some random dancing and stuff, because to me that doesn't bring any value. But this time when we started making those short videos, it didn't mean for us that it's gonna go out, but it meant for us that we had fun together. Like it was some kind of activity which we did together. And the fact that we posted our second video and it had like over like 500,000 views, I didn't understand, like was like how TikTok like works. And we were like, okay, so let's keep doing it, because as long as we have fun doing it, because it's fun, we talk to each other like during it, we have this activity which connects us even more. So that's the main reason why we started doing it. And the fact that it's like starts growing, and then now we have like, I don't know, like 15K or something.
Yeah, just 15K. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, million likes. I mean, what's going on? Like, I had no idea it can work like this. So we just keep on doing that. As long as we have fun, we are going to do it. But otherwise, I don't feel like it's something extra. I would say it's just.
You don't see your future in the TikTok world, you know, being a floorball and a player in the TikTok. Eventually, maybe becoming a more famous TikToker than a floorball player.
I don't know.
It would be interesting.
I think it's just a way how to expose myself more. Aja had my account connected to it, and the exposure is there. So the more, obviously for me as for floorball player, the more people recognize me, the more people follow me, and the more I can get, for example, brand recognition and so on. So it's just all together. We'll see what's going to be out of it.
TikTok can be hard. I tried TikTok too. I think many people are kind of critical about you being a TikToker. You know, it's nothing. One of the reasons I stopped doing TikToks, because it's just like you walk somewhere and people are like, I saw your TikTok, and then you're like, oh my god, you know, because I'm not the person that likes, like, if I create something very nice, I'm happy about it. But TikToks is like, sometimes they're really good and sometimes they're like, you just posted them because you want to keep active, because TikTok can like bring you down. It's not a nice platform, because like, for example, on YouTube or Instagram, usually you get the same sort of attention, you get the same sort of views and likes. But if you are a person who cares about likes and views, TikTok can be hard because it brings you to 500,000 views, and the next one is 1,000 or 10,000.
And that's the thing. Like my advice to you is like don't care. Like it's, eventually, if like that's the thing which I think is where like I'm very happy for is that I'm not doing it for the attention, for the numbers, but I do it to spend my time with Adja, which is awesome, I would say. And the fact that our like the secondary reward is a like, for example, or a view from someone. I mean that's something just extra. We are not doing it for it, but if we're gonna get it, it's fine. But it's fun, but it's not the main reason, I would say.
I saw you live streaming yesterday. Actually,
we played Carcassonne.
Do you know, like live streaming is one of the most exciting parts about TikTok. I think it's very cool. You know.
I mean, yes, that's the funny part, because yesterday we usually have like a lot of board games at home and we play together, because Adja and I, we are very competitive, so that's like a good couple. We have like a lot of pranks and like small fights over small games, and my teammates from Sparta, they connected, like they joined the live and they just like made it like they liked for like hours straight. They just put likes on it, and then like in yesterday or during yesterday, they made the stream like a 30th. Our account is pretty small, but with the likes, they made it like very popular during this night. During that night, so a lot of people eventually joined. So it was pretty fun that small base of people can just influence the TikTok this way.
I think it's very exciting. You know, it's a nice platform.
And so in some way, yes. In other way, as you said, it's I would say TikTok is platform, and it's only up to you what you follow. It can be educational, it can be entertaining, but it's up to you. So we are trying to be educational and entertaining. So that's it.
I want to mention one more thing, and with that, maybe move on to something else that I think you're very passionate about. On TikTok, you had Czech people will understand. Maybe people from outside of Czech Republic, they might not have such an understanding of it. You had this like little beef with one Czech rapper, Cullen. I think he's quite popular in Czech Republic. I like his music as a good guy, and it was about you giving your girlfriend like amazing breakfasts. You know, something that actually, if I had if I had a girlfriend, of course, but if my girlfriend saw it, single, no, if she saw
Peter
it, like,
he doesn't have a Tinder because it's a dangerous place. It's another Tinder swindler. It's not him.
No, I tried Tinder. Just like, I don't know, it's interesting. Just to try it out, but I couldn't do it, man. But like. If and there was his problem that if his girlfriend saw that, you know, it would be she would be like, why did you make breakfast like this? What is this? You know, why can't it be like him? And it was pretty much about it. What did you think about it?
Well, again, that's the entire problem of the social media, that it looks one way, but it's other way. So at the beginning, it looks like a huge beef, and like I know what you mean. Course. But that's very cool for me, like personally, because afterwards I got to talk to him, like we got to chat together. Like he wrote me on Instagram, like good job and so on. And it was so cool that like I was like, what? Like my random TikTok video made this guy, Kalin, famous rapper in Czech, wrote me, and like we had this like, of course it wasn't long chats, but it was like some like small conversation, and I made him okay, so let's keep doing it. And the 2 days after, he responded and he made breakfast. So the interaction between us during TikTok small beef thing was just pretty fun. And it ended the way that he told me, well, I need to learn it, and then my girlfriend comes back from some vacation and I'm going to do another video. So now we are waiting for his response. But eventually, as you said, a beef, it's just fun. And a lot of people are like made it a huge thing. They liked his videos, they liked our videos, they commented, like they tag us on both like those channels. So it was very exciting. I mean, it was pretty fun. Yeah.
We have to mention your breakfasts. It's something that you see all the time. If anybody follows you on social media, they look amazing. Honestly, my breakfasts are not looking that great. You know, honestly, not just the taste, but the visual part. I think that's very important for you. How do you really like enjoy making breakfast?
For me, it's some kind of like ritual during the day, as you said, all the time. So it's not all the time; it's just every day. Because I mean, I make the breakfast every day because I need it to. As I mentioned before, ritual is a great sleep. For me, it's a breakfast as well, and I enjoy doing it. It's just nothing special. It's for me some kind of meditation, some kind of relaxation. Just enjoy the food. I know it's like gonna fulfill me with nutrients and so on. So I just enjoy, and even if it looks good, it's just extra. How to say, extra bonus. Yeah. But thank you for your compliments. That makes me blushing.
Nah, like, of course, your breakfast it must take some time, but you often try to show that it doesn't take as much time as you think it does. What do you think like would be your advice, like something that people maybe should, for example me, who currently is a student in Prague, who lives like in a student housing, doesn't have, you know, the ability to go to your parents buying all the groceries and seeing, oh my god, I have so much stuff, right? I have some limited resources. Would you recommend what at least to start with to make your breakfast better?
I'm gonna tell you one specific tip, and I think if you're gonna try it, you're gonna like it. If you are like if you like sweet, if you like you are not about like the salty person, and you can go with a sweet breakfast. There's nothing better than oatmeal. I mean, really, there's nothing better than oatmeal. So you just have a small pan. You put milk, oatmeal, stir it for 3-4 minutes. And that's the thing, like everyone who says, oh, I'm too busy in the morning, I can get my breakfast. That's a lie. Like if you, it's not a lie, but at that point, breakfast isn't your priority. And maybe that's why you feel tired and so on. So as I'm saying, oatmeal, 4 minutes under a heat with a pan and stirring. And then you can put like chocolate. You can you have chocolate, you have milk at home or something, or cooking chocolate. Just put like 1 table in it. And that's it. And it's like it's gonna be sweet, and then you start playing with it. And that's the thing why, because at the beginning is exactly I started with eggs, bread, and some salad. But the very moment people started reacting to my breakfast, of course I wanted to overcome myself and push myself. So that's why I kinda tried to make it more complex, more fun, more looking good. So here we are now discussing our breakfast. I mean, in a month it happened to be part of my personality, I would say, and a lot of people, random people who didn't know me before, are just coming to me and, oh, with breakfast, and what's going on? So that's, as you said, that's the power of social media somehow. Yeah.
What is your number one specialty? You know, that's something that somebody would say, Gordon Ramsay is coming to try your breakfast. What would be the one that you would like? This is the one I am confident about. This is the number one.
It's a very tough pick because I have 3 dishes which I know I'm pretty decent in. About 4, I don't know. I would go with the French toast.
Nice.
I would go with the French toast if it was supposed to be sweet one. So I would go for the French toast, marmalade, coconut and stuff. If it was a salty one, I would definitely go with scrambled eggs and guacamole. That's my top one. That's for me. For me, that's the pre-game breakfast I need to have. Otherwise, I cannot play. I cannot step on the pitch. So it's scrambled eggs and guacamole. Without that, no game.
It's your energy boost.
Yeah. Even ritual. I'm a lot of the a routine guy. So eventually, this is one of those which makes me keep going. Yeah.
Is it just breakfast, or do you enjoy cooking all throughout the day? Lunch or dinner at least.
I do enjoy, but as the day gets a little bit busier during the day, I don't have the time to get into the kitchen for an hour and just prepare it. So it's mostly boxes with rice, meat, salad, and that doesn't look that fancy as a breakfast.
You don't put that on Instagram.
Yeah. But sometimes when for example when my practice ends earlier and I have time to prepare dinner, so then at the time it's why not? Why not to do it? And for me again, it's enhancing process. Still for me, the outcome is the food. Same with as we discussed with the TikTok with Aja. The main outcome is the time to spend with Aja, not the outcome for TikTok. Same with the food. For me, the main reason why I do it is to get filled, to get to meet get the meal inside me. But if I can do something extra, if I can enhance it and somehow get it to people during through the social media, why not? It takes me like a minute extra with editing, so why not? Yeah.
And when it comes to cooking, was it always like this, or did something like change that like made you start doing like proper breakfasts, to start cooking dinner, or were you always like a cook?
Well, I think it's very important that my dad and my mom, both of them are very good cooks. So they and for me probably it's going to be because of my dad is a cook. So it makes sense to me that I felt natural in the kitchen.
It's in your genes as well, probably.
Probably. And the second thing is that when I was 17, I went for Sweden for a year. So I had to live somehow. I had to cook. And at the beginning, it was terrible because at the beginning, I used to have like cereals and milk. And if you look at it from the nutritional point of view, it's terrible breakfast. So I started taking care of it and eventually just keep going slowly and made the routine. And okay, now it's eggs. And for me, eggs is the like most nutritional thing you can get into. So it started at 17. I started like doing the process, and now for me it's like a daily part of the life. Yeah,
that's exciting. I need to work on that. Cooking.
But I like that. That's the thing. Like I really hope that my breakfast doesn't feel, I don't want to say intimidating or something, but for me it's just like part of fun. It doesn't have to look that good. Eventually it's just for you. It's for you. It's the food for you. You're gonna get. So just I would say F the ideas and the opinions of how it looks like, but how it tastes and so on. So for you, just as I said, start with the oatmeal. Maybe eventually you're gonna go next to a shop and you will see a sesame seeds and that might look good on it. So you're just gonna buy sesame seeds which cost like 20 crowns. And you're gonna put on it, and this is how it goes with me. At the beginning, only thing I put was a jam and chocolate, and now I'm putting coconut leaves. I'm putting on bananas, and just makes it look interesting. Yeah.
What is your favorite cuisine? It's a question I like to ask many people because you get different answers all the time.
I like Asia. I like Asian. I like noodles and wok and so on. That's my interest one. And it's like I can say if you compare it to other ones, it's even more healthy. Like I can imagine eating noodles after practice. So that's what I like.
I'm Italian, Well, I'm not Italian, but I'm for Italian cuisine. It's just.
So pizza, pasta, and you go on this.
Yeah, lasagna, something like that.
I can imagine, but as you said, for the most favorite, I would go with Asian. Yeah.
It's the one to go to,
Probably.
I actually like it too, maybe a Korean, Vietnamese,
like pho and so on. That's a good one.
Vietnamese, yeah. Go to Sapa.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You should like it there.
Yeah. I was there only for pho because for me that's like if you go somewhere if you've been to Sapa, to be honest, for those who doesn't know or for those who don't.
Oh yeah, it's important to mention.
Sapa?
Good.
It's like a Vietnamese city in the city. It's like a small city in a bigger city, and once you go to Sapa for pho bo, which is like the soup, right?
Yeah.
So you will not be happy about any other soup which you're gonna get somewhere else. So try Sapa. Yeah.
What is the food you cannot get enough of? Because I actually believe everybody has that one. For me, it's it's not good. Parmesan. Parmesan.
I like that.
I can go for if of course it's expensive. You can go for Gran Padano or something. Just lower the expenses. But it's sort of food which I know I cannot get enough of. I put it on pasta. I even put it on risotto. And, I can put it anywhere. On eggs too. It's actually quite nice.
I've probably too. It's like the scrambled eggs. The way how I do it is the way how I like it. So I could get a lot of it. Of it. And it's pad thai which Aja makes. That's something I like. If I could be, if I didn't have any bottom of my stomach, I would just go and eat. But that's a good one. Yeah, I like that one.
You make her breakfast and she makes you pad thai.
Exactly.
What a combination,
That's the deal. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask maybe a deeper question, if that is okay. It's not such a deep question. It's a question that maybe many of us could ask about ourselves. And now we move on from the social media and the cooking and stuff. it's like overall you as a person. Because I think like the COVID-19 pandemic changed us a lot. And it's something that maybe we don't realize, but when we look back, we realize, oh, damn, I'm a different person now. So would you say, like, if you went 2 years back, like before the March 2020, was it? When things changed around here? And you look at yourself before that time and now, would you see a difference, a big difference?
Okay, that's a deep one.
It's a deep one, yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's interesting to ask that, yeah.
Whew. Well, I need to say that I'm very lucky about the entire COVID thing. And that's because when all people were in lockdown and so on, I still had the privilege to be part of the professional floorball team who kept on training. So for me, the only thing that changed are the mandatory stuff as a school, as something like going to groceries and so on. Otherwise, the main part for me, which was floorball, still stayed the same. I still had practices, I still had games, even though there were no people watching. So for me, I wouldn't say there was much of a change. I'm very glad for it, I'm happy for it. And yeah, to be honest, I don't think I changed it much. For me, if I look at like I try to zoom out, I try to see it as a event, as a phase. And if you look into the past, these things already happened. I think a lot of it's going to even happen even like in the future. So I just feel like I'm part of it, and that's life. That's it, and let's just go on.
That's nice. You know, it's good that people try to. If you stay the same for a long time, like reasonably same, not like you're the same person, right? But you are like stable within. You just do things that you like. I think that's always good. I think what I always think about, like with pandemic, I guess I changed the way maybe I think about money. It's like I don't spend on clothes anymore as I did before. Yeah. Okay. Because I don't know, like you never know. Your income can be like that, and the clothes gonna give you nothing, are they?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty good idea. Maybe what changed for me is the way how you can communicate with people, like the way how it's shifted from classes to Zoom. Mm-hmm. I cannot. For me, having Zoom call now is just a pretty normal thing, and I enjoy it because it's pretty convenient, it's pretty fast, it's convenient for you and for the person on the other side. Of course, not all the meetings can be done online, but it helps a lot, I would say.
Perfect. I want to move on to the last part. If you could just move the mic,
yo,
it's just
double G.
Yeah, and I'll hire you up. You know, if you're gonna be too quiet, it's all fine. Right. It's fine. Just wanted people to hear you properly. You know. We do this like I started this like new series. I hope it's gonna go well. It's like Ask Unipers. We filmed the first episode
about the favorite series.
Yeah,
I saw it.
Yeah, on Tuesday with Sarah Osman. I think it was very nice. Today I think we might film a second one with Alec. I don't know which question are we gonna ask yet. Probably I'll ask you that too, actually. So I was thinking of into this podcast put in just random questions, so we get outside of the your space and just get to questions which might be completely out. So you can answer very shortly or how long you need to answer. Alrighty. And the first one is probably the one I actually want to ask today, which is your favorite spot in Prague.
Favorite spot in Prague. I would say it's the view next to the Prague Castle. There's a pub, there's a restaurant called The Kitchen.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah. Cuisine in Czech, yes.
Yeah, that's the good one. I mean, I'm not a fan of the beer, but I'm I'm not the guy that would go to, for example, a pub on my own just to get a beer. But if you are with people and like the ritual of having a beer, Czech beer, I can imagine that sitting there looking over the Prague, a drink, for example, around 5 to 6 when it's getting a little bit dark. That's I would say that would be all good.
Yeah, in the summer I remember sometimes they're like these standing tables. And the view is just insane. You can get a beer there, of course, and then you have the view. It's one of the most beautiful views in Prague, and being able to like just calm down there and have a table, like I think it's actually not as like overcrowded and popular as maybe people think it would be.
That's true.
Because it's kind of hidden. It's behind the statue of Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk.
Yes.
So if any of you would like to go there, I definitely recommend it. In Czech, it's called Cuisine, like kitchen.
Yeah.
And actually, the food, I think there is, you can choose. You can look into the pots, right? If you get a food there.
It's like under ambiente. So it's like when
it's ambiente. Yeah.
When you come in, exactly, you have the entire process that you see them how they make it, and they just like straight pour it into the, I don't know how to say it, like the pots, and you can just look under the cover and see what you want to get. So you place like almost like all you can eat ish, but it's different in a little bit different way. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, my favorite spot. Yeah.
That's a nice spot. I agree. It's a beautiful spot. I actually will ask the question I asked on Tuesday because I didn't ask you. What is your favorite TV show?
Well, during COVID, I watch a lot of series, like because of the English.
Of course.
What I like about Netflix is people say it's a like waste of time, but the fact that you can change languages and listen to different languages, for me, that's the biggest life hack.
Yeah.
So like listening to Swedish podcasts and Swedish like series, that's something I really, really enjoyed. But if I'm supposed to say one, and I know if I'm gonna think about it more, I'm gonna be very disappointed with my answer. But I think it's a Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
It's a good one. I mean, it's a very profound. It's a good one. I like it. Like I really like it.
I like about Breaking Bad that many TV series get bad over time. This one actually stayed really good until the end. The ending was great as well.
I think that even gets better. I mean, it's just like
it does. It escalates so quickly.
Yeah,
the
true,
story.
True. Oh my god, I'm gonna be thinking about series now on my subway tram now. Oh my god.
Yeah, I get some comedies, you know. Okay, now this is an easy one. Actually, it might not be easy, but it's just two answers.
All right.
Cats or dogs?
To be honest, I'm not a fan of like animals. I have my sister at home, and that's enough. But I mean dogs probably. Yeah, probably the dogs.
A dog, more of a dog person. Yeah, me too actually. Yeah. When it comes to you and traveling, is there a place you would like to visit one day? We experienced small camera issues, but should be fine, I think now.
No worries there.
I'm not sure if the camera is still gonna pick up the video, or if we're gonna get a video from my phone, or if we get no video at all. But it doesn't really matter, right? It's more of a listen, and
yeah, exactly.
The mics work perfectly fine.
Hopefully.
So a place you would like to visit one day?
I would say it's gonna be some kind of Amazon forest or something. This big thing which is like nature connected. I would say that's something, because for me that's pretty traditional to travel to cities and see sights and so on, but this is something like the travel for the nature, that's something new for me, so I would definitely try to.
And is there a place that you already been to and you're like, I love this place, this is a place outside of Czech Republic, your favorite?
It's a Gothenburg in Sweden. Like I spent a year in there, and and not only because of the place, but even the people. I mean, even though people say that Swedish people are cold because of the climate, but no, they are not, and I really miss Sweden.
Czech people are cold sometimes too, you know.
True. Yes.
Okay, next one is: do you collect anything?
Good grades. Haha, joke. Never mind. What do I collect now? Probably I don't collect. I used to collect Pokemon cards.
No.
When I was young.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's called. All these cards, Magic the Gathering. You were a Pokemon guy.
Yeah, I was Pokemon guy. Yeah.
I remember in school there was always that somebody brought something and became popular, and you had to get it. That was with me at Pokemon.
When you now mentioned the school, we used to collect stickers. Like we used we used to have like the album with stickers, and I remember that my mom bought me for 25 crowns. Listen, 25 crowns. This huge, and it was fluffy. Like it was normal like material, but it was fluffy. And I was a boss at the time at school because I had fluffy sticker. I remember that. Yeah. But ever since I
remember one guy did he cheated his way through it, and he just used tape. And he cut out like pictures of some, I don't know, like dinosaur out of a magazine, and just like taped it, and that was his sticker. And he tried to, because we were trading all the time, right?
Exactly.
It was good times, you know. Simple times, actually. Simple times. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Go-to karaoke song. Is it supposed to be Czech or?
No, any.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm thinking. Oh my God. It's a...
We'll touch upon your music taste now.
I don't know. I like Ben Kristeva in Czech. I like to rap his songs. It's like, it's pretty easy to go to. Sweet Chill Life song.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I like that one. It's just a cool song. It's just like the vibe over the song.
If you sing with people, you just feel like in the moment. Sweet Chill Life. So, I'm very proud of my answer now. Very proud.
Are you scared of anything?
Good question. What I'm scared of. It's a good one.
Or are you fearless?
Of course not. But I'm thinking probably like as being a sportsman, I need to put up confident face. So a lot of times I just sometimes like cover it somehow. But that's a good question. What I fear of. Probably I feel like I'm at the stage where I always or somehow at least I have a clue what to do, how to behave, how to talk, where to go. And what I'm afraid of that one day I'll be clueless, not fearless but clueless, and I won't know what to do. And at that time I think it's going to be a new phase for me, and I think it's definitely going to come. But I think not knowing what to do is probably the thing I'm afraid of.
That's I actually expected that one,
That's deep.
I actually partially expected it
really?
to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, some people can say spiders, but you took it deep. I get something to think about. Okay, so oh my God, I wanted to say it in Czech. Úplně poslední otázka.
Úplně last question.
Yeah. This is the first time I record a podcast in English, so.
But I think we did a good job, like because we are both Czech, so for us it will be natural to speak in Czech. But I think I felt a lot of F-ups there. I couldn't just like pronounce something, but I think people will understand that we are Czech. Yeah.
Yeah, we try to hide it, but it's there. It is there. From time to time, and already I speak. I like to tell, fuck this. Now it's just mobile phone, okay? Now it's just mobile phone video. The last question is, and that's I think the closing part is your number one motivation.
Being great. Being great. I mean, I wanna have a impact. I wanna have an influence on people in a good way, and without being great, I don't think people would appreciate what I can do and what I think of things. So being great, that's my biggest motivation.
Thank you very much for this podcast. It's been great. I had a good time.
No, I thank you.
We probably switched like camera 3 times, or there's no camera at all, but who cares, honestly. It's just with podcasts, you might watch the first part, but then you're just listening and vibing to it.
No, but I want to say that I'm the one who's thanking you, because you picked me up for being the first one, which is a huge honor for me. And eventually, for me, there were moments where I forgot his podcast, and for me, it was just like 2 friends talking. So again, thank you very much for having me. It was a great time. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought you were already fed up with interviews about floorball, so I wanted to change things up. Yeah.
You were a good listener, you were a good conversationalist, and thank you for having me. It was cool.
Thank you very much for also you listening and watching this podcast with Pepa, and I hope to see you all soon with probably another guest, or with Pepa again sometime soon. He'll probably have more stories from the US.
Hopefully.
And of course, there's I think way more things to talk with you about, but for now we have class. I have class from 12. Do you have a class from 12 too?
Oh, I had class yesterday, so today I'm free.
Good for you. Good for you. I have a class now. I'll stay 20 minutes.
That's good.
I'll probably get some lunch. 25 minutes actually.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much. See you next time, and bye.